want to ask about the industrial capability and talk about ships just a little bit more. And I'll leave it to all of you to decide who wants to tackle this. Does the U.S. need then to build another shipyard to have the industrial capability to meet not only the demands of AUKUS, but also providing the Navy with new attack and ballistic missile submarines? Should this be a part of the next DoD budget? And would Congress support that?
Listen, I'll jump in because I feel very strongly about this. I do believe that we need additional capacity and capability, whether it's in the form of a new yard, which will take years to capitalize, or whether it's something simpler, and that is having other yards like we see right now, places like Austell down in the Gulf that are building panels for Virginia-class submarine. I think what you have to look at is how do we build the submarine industrial base? You can do that immediately. You can take that capability and have them build parts for the submarine, bring those to Groton, bring those to Newport News, have them assembled there. That gives you immediate capability and capacity. Do we need another shipyard? Probably. How do we get that operationalized? It will take years to be able to do that. The question is how do we bridge that? We bridge that by using existing capability to build parts, not just for submarines, but for our surface ships and others. That's the way that we can close the gap.
But you talked about it taking years. Given the problems, though, sustaining subs, only 35 of 50 are operational, do you think there's the political will, then, to sell 10% of the U.S. operational sub fleet between that delta, essentially, what's the demand, and the time it would take to sort of boost up capability and production?
I think there is. I think we have to. I think that if you look at how the agreement is going to go forward, I think that as we sell those submarines, I think there's also an element there of a metric to say that organic capacity has to continue to mature and be built in Australia, which I think it will, but those two have to be tied together. I think it's incredibly important for both countries to be able to demonstrate that. So we can say as we sell the first one that Australia's 50% or so more complete with organic capacity. That assures both Australians and Americans that the enterprise is going to be successful and that it's going to be there in the long run.